I'm Jean Cooney. I'm here representing Times Square Arts and Times Square Alliance, the organization behind Jen, Katrin, and Paul Outlaw's major public art commission, Hot Dog in the City. This project is closing today after a majestic 6 weeks here on Duffy Square. And these dog days of the world's largest sausage sculpture have been bittersweet. We're so proud of its run and the fact that over 4.5 million people had the chance to see it while it was here, but we're obviously sad to see it go. So I want to thank Jen and Paul for bringing your fever dream of a vision here to Times Square, not only in the form of an animatronic confetti spewing hot dog sculpture, but also we had a drag wrestling extravaganza, a canine beauty pageant, a hot dog opera, a hot dog summit, street vendor video series, and an election. Thank you to the Times Square Arts team and our Alliance colleagues, to Jen and Paul's studio team, to the Factory NYC who's here every single day popping this guy off and helping us realize those visions. And then of course, to the Times Square Alliance president, Tom Harris, for not saying no to any of those things. Today we have a small buffet of offerings for you to close out this project. We're going to announce the long-awaited election results for the People's Condiment. Speaking of elections, you can actually hit that table over there by that statue if you want to vote with the New York City's finest comics and a renowned hot dog pundit. We're also making a point to honor the real unsung heroes of this Public Art Commission, the operations and sanitation team of the Times Square Alliance, responsible for daily confetti cleanup and for keeping Times Square safe and clean every single day. I'm going to hand it over to Jen and Paul, and then we're going to hear from our Director of Production and Operations, who's also a closeted...
Only this hot dog, but all these crazy events associated with it, so we're so grateful.
Yeah, it's Jean, Tom, Christina, and Liam from Times Square Arts. Thank you guys so much. Can you give a round of applause for Times Square Arts for allowing this to happen?
We want to thank our studio team, Jenna and Lana, of course, who have done a lot for us. Thank you. And really, we don't have a whole lot to say today. We're just very grateful, very excited. It's bittersweet for this thing to come to a close. It's been we've had so many great responses, and we're thrilled that you all could be here today for the closing.
We hope that everyone has enjoyed this hot dog sculpture as much as we have enjoyed making it and presenting it to you. And most of all, we'd like to thank all of you, the people of New York City, the greatest city in the world. We love you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much for that stirring rendition of the national anthem. Taylor Varga, everybody. Now we're going to get into our roast. I'm going to introduce who was named Creator to Watch by the New York Comedy Festival. Thank you, Jen. Hello, everyone.
everyone. My name is Jess L. Jean, and I am tastefully dressed to theme. I am Disney bounding as a hot dog today. Here's my bun, here's the hot dog. I wanted to announce it up front because I didn't want anyone to be confused about which hot dog we're celebrating today, but it's this one. I have the honor and responsibility of going up first in this roast. It's customary to talk to the guest of honor in advance, just to make sure that you don't joke about anything that's off limits and, kind of set the right tone for the entire thing. So after some discussion, I will not be making any jokes about the hot dog's family or questionable politics. On the way over here, I heard someone saying toxic masculinity isn't a thing. Ladies, if you don't believe in toxic masculinity, I implore you, try to get a picture of your man with this hot dog. You can't do it. He will not take a picture with this hot dog, I guarantee you. The sculpture's been up for 6 weeks and there's not been a single photo taken of a straight man with this hot dog. In the case of a miracle where you do actually get your man to take a picture with this dog, legally this is the pose that he's required to do. And that's that. It's true though, hot dog in the city shined in all its Times Square glory for 6 whole weeks, which is about 2 weeks longer than Lempicka on Broadway. And that joke is actually about how tourists have bad taste in theater. Lempicka's great. There's a new show about a Polish painter fleeing Russian Revolution. Nah, let's just go see Aladdin again, right? It is pretty good though. How did they get the carpet to fly like that? They had some incredible programming accompanying Hot Dog in the City, including the Hottest Dog Show, which was a dog canine pageant. My dog Buddy was actually so upset I didn't enter him in the competition. How do you tell your dog he's got a face for the pound? You know what I mean? It's like, sorry buddy, AKC's gonna be there, my reputation's on the line. I'm not bringing you. A lot of people think that we have an overconsumption problem in America. Hot dog, it's gross, but it is incredible. I'm obsessed with the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Love that, just taking your bad habits and turning them into professions. I oversleep sometimes, no, I'm a professional sleeper, right? I recently went to a baseball game and it was Dollar Hot Dog Night. You guys know about Dollar Hot Dog Night? Yeah, best day of the year, right? Because every time I'm eating a hot dog, I'm like, wait, but what if this was freezing and disgusting? It's mustard. He's gonna be so embarrassed if it's anything else. He's wearing his mustard. His friends are gonna be like, are you okay, dude? What's wrong? You're acting so upset. And he's like, well, I guess I should have worn ketchup today. Humiliating. I'm an idiot. I feel like AIDS and gender reveals. I feel like there's something else it resembles, but I can't quite think. Can you guys think of what the hot dog shooting confetti out of its tip looks like? I don't know, I can't think of anything. In closing, I can make fun of toxic masculinity, Broadway shows, and this hot dog all day long, but at the end of the day, the hot dogs get the last laugh because this midday Times Square roast of a 65-foot long hot dog is the highlight of my entire comedy career. I've been Jess L. Jean, you've been a wonderful crowd, and don't forget to tip your bartender. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Jess L. Jean. Next up is Josh Sharp, a writer, comedian, and actor whose credentials for this roast includes Dix the Musical.
Normally as a comedian, I'd say who's in from out of town. In Times Square, I must ask, is anyone here from in town even? That's huge. Not enough of us come here. We really built this beautiful playground for them. We should come here more often. A couple months ago, I went to the TKTS booth for the first time in a decade and a half. You know, that's for tourists primarily, and often they don't even know what show they want to see. They just get in line and they know where they want to spend $400 on something. That's a high ticket price. You'd think, you know, happy, sad, songs are talking, but they just want to see something. But I was going to see a friend in a show and I needed a last minute ticket, and that was the best way. And because people don't know what they want to see, you know, that's why they're out there handing out the flyers trying to convince you. And so I got to witness a beautiful scene where a woman who was dressed in head to toe 1776 the musical gear, and I don't mean like a three-cornered hat, I mean her hat, shirt, and pants said in big block text, 1776 the musical, right? So an old man called her over and said, hey, can we ask you a question? We're debating between two shows, Hadestown and 1776 the musical. And then this woman said, do you know what I think you'd like? 1776 the musical. And this old man said, "What do you like about it?" She said, "The singing, the dancing." Now this could describe any Broadway show. But at this, the old man said, "Guess what? We're sold." And she walked away having made the commission in 500-point font. So, you know, it's a beautiful space. New York, New York. Okay, hot dog jokes. First of all, let me say to the artists, I'm so happy she's in mustard. You know, a lesser artist would put it in ketchup, but then it becomes a child's hot dog. In mustard, this is the hot dog of an adult with an advanced degree. You know what I mean? Mustard means taste. So, let me talk to you though. There's a lot of big hot dogs in this city, not just there. You seen these footlongs they're selling? They're huge. I have a friend who loves them, and he can eat it in 2 bites, which I know is hard to swallow, but first. Ketchup, folks, come on, these are good hot dog jokes. No, but first, speaking of Germany, I really did, in college, live in Germany for about 5 months. And my first friend there was a hot dog. And one day we were walking down, you know, come on, folks, hot dog jokes, let's go. Okay, I got 2 more for you, ketchup. I got 2 more. First of all, I saw a Buddhist, you know, walking around handing out things over there, and I asked him, I thought it'd be interesting. I said, "How do you take your hot dog?" He said, "With everything." So that's good, catch up. I got 1 more for you. Okay, this is sort of a math problem, all right? So stick with me. I go to the store, I buy 9 hot dogs. I also get 5 burgers, 6 sodas. I go home, I eat 7 of the hot dogs, 2 of the burgers, and 3 of the sodas. What do I have? No self-control, right? Okay, thank you everybody. Hot dogs, ketchup. Put it back. I'll put it back for you.
Josh Sharp, everybody. Hot dog jokes for days. And we're going to close it out with someone who actually inspired us throughout this project to realize how many things could actually be discussed through the lens of a hot dog. Best-selling author of 2023's Raw Dog, The Naked Truth About Hot Dogs, Jamie Loftus.
How are we, my hot dogs? How are we? Are we good? Is anyone here a hot dog hater? Is anyone here because they're like trying to prove a point? Okay, good. Okay, my name is Jamie. I did write a book called Raw Dog, and I had to explain that to my mom. Does anyone here not know what raw dog means? Okay, one tepid hand. Very brave of you. I had to explain to my mom that raw dog means sex without a condom, and she had to think about it for a second. She was like, "Okay, well, Jamie, I actually think that that's beautiful, because if raw dog didn't exist, neither would you." And I was like, genius. Genius. I absolutely love hot dogs. Hot dogs are the weirdest food in the world. People love to project onto the hot dog. They get mad about hot dogs for no reason. It's gorgeous. I've been here for a couple of days, and I've seen, like, you can just see as a man passes by the hot dog, their eyes will dart up, and you can just see the internal monologue. It's like, "Oh, like my pee-pee," and then they just keep walking. And you're like, "Yes, sir, exactly like your pee-pee. Well spotted. Well done." It is. It's a very phallic object, but it's for everybody, right? Like, this is a hot dog, right? I think it's really funny that this is the American food, because it is food. You know, like from Mexico, every delicious food in the world exists. Italians brought us pizza, something easy that is actually potentially healthy to eat. And Americans, because we're the most debased country in the fucking world, we're like, "All right, here's what we're gonna do. Kill an animal in the weirdest way possible, throw it into a vat, grind it up until it's juice, put the juice in a little baggie, and then feed it to a 4-year-old. And you're like, "What? What's wrong with you? Sickest place in the world." And then when you're a kid and you have a hot dog, people treat you weird. I remember being at a cookout when I was like 7 years old, and I was slamming hot dogs. I'm not picky. And my uncle was like, "Wow, Jamie, you're really slamming those things down." And you're like, "Sir, I am 7 years old and related to you with my blood. You know, you can't." People are weird with hot dogs. We love to eroticize the hot dog. There was hot dog news this very week. Did anyone hear about the Joey Chestnut news? Yes. I love, weirdest push notification I've ever received. Right? I love Joey Chestnut. I'm a huge fan of his. I'm so glad that he's going to Netflix doing his own thing. What a diva. I love him so much. but it's always about him, right? You never hear about women hot dog eaters, and it makes me upset because women hot dog eaters are our nation's greatest treasures. They really are. You never see them on ESPN because they never air it on TV, but I highly recommend you watch it this year. Some of our most iconic people are women hot dog eaters. Has anyone here ever heard of the Black Widow? A very famous hot dog eater. Okay, now this is a college lecture now. This is no longer a roast. There's a woman named Sonia the Black Widow Thomas who describes eating hot dogs in the most erotic way I've ever heard anything described. I just want to share some of her thoughts with you. Here's a quote. "Why are you called the Black Widow, Sonia? Because, like the female Black Widow spider, it is my desire to eliminate the males. In competitive eating, I want to eat more or faster than men. I want to make boys of them." You're like, what the fuck? She's amazing. How do men feel about losing to you, a female? When I first started eating competitively in mid-2003, some of the men that I defeated from time to time had a tough time accepting defeat, especially from a little woman like me. Even though I am now looked upon as more of one of the guys, much jealousy remains. I suspect it always will. Like, she's the most incredible person in the face of on the face of the planet. I really have nothing bad to say about the hot dog. Is it disgusting? Yes. Should you eat it? Probably not, but we're standing in front of a 65-foot long one because we're doing it anyways. And if there's not anything more American than doing it anyways, I don't know what is. I love the hot dog. In the coming weeks, you're gonna see the hot dog aligned with some stuff you might not believe in. I think the hot dog is for you, it's for me, it's for all of us, it's for what we believe in. And I love the hot dog. Thank you, I've been Mrs. Joey Chestnut.
Results for the People's Condiment. We have been running this digital ballot.
All right. For today's special pop-off, I want to invite someone very integral to our team, Lisa Pearson, our sanitation manager, to come up and do the final confetti pop-off. Can everyone give a big thank you to our operations team that keeps Times Square safe and clean for everyone? So, as Jean said, this is the moment we've been waiting for the past 6 weeks. Will it be ketchup? Can I hear it for the ketchup lovers out there? How about relish? My team relish. Yeah. Mustard. Who's a mustard fan? All right. What will be the hot dog condiment winner? Who is the People's Choice winner? After all these weeks, we've had almost 1,500 votes come in from all across New York City. And winning by a slim margin of 48%. Can I get everyone to join me in a countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mustard! Mustard's our winner! There we go. It's official. Mustard is the official favorite condiment of New York City, of Times Square.